We're here. Better late than ugly.
That's true. That is real right there. Better late than ugly for sure. She was not dropping a deuce, Keith. I am sorry to disappoint you. What is up, everybody? This is Bitch. Guess what? I am one of your hosts, Estella Bella.
It's your girl, Sonia.
And welcome to our show. We are
Episode
happy.
13.
Yeah, we're happy that you guys are here. For those of you that are, and those of you who catch it later, I guess we like you too. Just kidding. So what's up? We haven't podcasted together in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
What's new, bitch?
Hey guys, I want to shout out to Keith. What's up? Hassam. We got Jay Wynn.
Our usual suspects are in the house. Hassam joining us from Dubai. What's up? Your girls are fucking international.
Yes, he's always on here.
And greetings to everybody in the comment section. He says, yeah, guys, so what's really cool about doing these lives is that you guys get to interact with not just us, but each other. Mm-hmm. So we highly encourage that. We love it.
Yes.
If you guys have any questions or any specific topics you want us to bring up, you could always drop it in the comments.
Yeah, we love to hear from you. We love to see it.
Yes.
We appreciate it.
Engage, motherfuckers. Okay. So, what's on your mind today? Because I feel like you have something. You just have the look on your fucking face.
Like I got shit to say today.
So,
you know what is like amping me up right now? And I know everyone's tired of seeing it. I know everyone's tired of hearing it. But the whole like Will Smith, Chris Rock thing, like I have so much to say.
Tell us what you think. I have a lot of different feelings about it. They're very conflicting. But I will let you take the floor with this one first.
First of all, like I told you, I said I think Will Smith is bitch made for that move that he pulled on Chris Rock. And everyone like saying, oh, he's defending his wife, blah, blah. Like she has alopecia. Now, two sides of that. It is like a hair loss thing. It's not like it's fucking cancer, right? But the other side of it is I get that hair loss can be detrimental to someone's self-esteem. You know, it could cause depression. Like I've seen it on some of my friends. I have had it really bad. I used to work in dermatology, so I've seen it on I have customers now, on patients. So I get that part. But like the way that people are trying to like sway it, like, oh, Chris Rock hit below the belt and blah, blah, blah. Like he wasn't making fun of her because she has alopecia. It was strictly because her head was shaved. That's all it was about. Like, I don't know why people are reading so hard into it. Like, oh, like just making it something that it's not. Just like bothers me really bad. Yeah, I think that Will Smith was totally out of line. And I don't know. I have more stuff flooding, but my mind is like flooding right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, like Hassam said, Jada's toxic as fuck. Like she has been embarrassing this man for years now. And she puts all of their business out on this Red Table Talk. Like all she does is talk about their personal business, their personal lives, all that shit. So it's like for one person to have one little like silly joke about it, or like not even about it, but just like a shaved head. Like that was the line. Like you can take all this dick on the outside of your marriage, but like you can't take a fucking joke. I don't get that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's how you feel about it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about
it. So for me, like there's the part of me that's like fuck yeah, stand up for your wife, bro. Like I would want my man to fucking stand up for me. Like, now, do I think he should have slapped him on live TV? Nah, but you could have said, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. The way he did, and he shouted it from the thing. You could have done that. You could have been like, like, I'm gonna come talk to you after the show kind of thing. Like, you could have waited till after the show, hit him up. Like, what it is we'll never understand what it feels like. So, like, I get, like, we're all human beings. They're celebrities. Their life is more in the public eye. And yes, she does share a lot of theirs, which there's the good and the bad that comes with that, right? There's, you connect with people, people can relate to you. You could maybe help people through shit because they see that you're going through it, and you talk about maybe how you get through it, and that's helpful. But also, you open yourself up to public opinion, public scrutiny, public making jokes and shit like that, right? And unfortunately, we all know this. We've been seeing it for some years, that, like, Will Smith has been the subject of a ton of memes, right? Like, because of the August stuff and just all the stuff that is laid out and laid bare, right?
Because of her.
Right. I mean, I think he hit his fucking tipping point. I don't think that it was just that was said that, like, made him dive on her, or, like, made him go up to Chris Rock like that. Like, I'm all about protecting, like, your woman. And then there's, people like protect Black women. And then people say, well, no, but not like that. So, like, I'm like, well, I mean, he did what he felt he had to do in that moment, right? And whether or not we agree with it, he did it, and that was his choice, and what he felt was appropriate in that moment. Like, it was an emotional reaction, but, like, we don't know what that's like to be humiliated in front of the world, right? Like, we don't get that. We don't understand what that feels like. Then there's this other side of me that's like, comedians make fun of everybody. Like, nobody's exempt from, like, being made fun of. No group has ever, like, that's what comedians do, right? It's making people laugh at someone's expense, like, it just is. That's what they do. I'm all for, like, I've seen a bunch of comedians chime in, like, oh, comedians should feel safe. But no, I don't think that's the case. Like, people, when it came to race and shit like that, everybody's like, yeah, freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequence. Right? So that applies here too. Say what you fucking want to say. But don't think that just because you are a comedian or so-and-so, that everybody's just going to be like, okay, yeah, like, you can say some humiliating shit about me and it's okay because you're a comedian. Like, if you're going to say some shit, understand that not everybody's going to think you're fucking funny, and not everybody's going to be cool with it. And that's the fucking risk you take when you play with people. Like, and that night, Will Smith and Jada Smith were not the ones to fucking play with. Like, he was done, and it was his fucking tipping point, and that's what happens. Like,
my thing is like, I feel like it's just, everyone is so soft and so sensitive these days to every little thing. Like, no one can say shit like they used to be able to say. Like, I get it, times are changing, blah blah blah, whatever, but at the same time, it's not like they're the only ones that get roasted. Everyone gets roasted. All the celebrities get roasted at those kind of shows. It's a known thing. It's always been that way. Everyone always says some out-of-pocket shit that, like, some people laugh, some people don't, and, like, some people, like, they don't like it, they'll just give a straight face, like, whatever, and then they move on. Like, no one has ever gone up to somebody and fucking slapped somebody or assaulted them on live television. Like,
I was
compose yourself. Compose yourself. Like, you're a grown-ass man. Like, and the thing is that he was laughing. He was laughing until he looked at her face. So, like, wide smile, ha ha, and her face was like, and then that's when he turned. Like, no.
Yeah.
All
No,
of a
totally.
sudden,
I
I
don't
didn't
think
see
he
you go
should
and
have
slap
slapped
August
him.
Alsina, so
I don't think he should have slapped him. I think that he definitely, now he just opened himself up to so much more, right? Like Will Smith,
Mhm.
we did not need another meme of you. Like we did not need more Will
There's
Smith
just so
memes.
many.
And you just gave the meme lords more shit. Like
And they're coming.
they're
coming in
they
hot.
haven't stopped. They haven't stopped. All my fucking feed has been Will Smith memes, like
I
up
love
the
it.
asshole. Like they're hilarious. I think they're
They're
funny.
so funny.
They're so funny, and it is what it is. Like it.
And like
You're
you
in
said,
the
like,
fucking public.
yeah. I mean, I get like the defend your wife thing, but like, come on. You
Bruh,
were
if you're not
laughing at the
somebody
fucking
up for
joke.
me, if you're not fucking
Oh
somebody
my
up for me, no, I'm just
God.
kidding.
Listen, if you're that soft and you get that offended by something
Right.
like that, like, bye.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not like,
I
I'm
need
not
someone that's
for the
tough-skinned.
emotionally triggered. Like,
Fuck no.
now if I'm like physically in danger, bruh, fuck
Well,
someone up.
duh, there's a difference.
But like, but for me, I have mastered the verbal assault. I don't necessarily need you to slap somebody for me. Like,
yeah,
I got this.
I'll go on Twitter
I
and fucking
got
run my
this.
mouth. Like, you know,
Hold
I'll do
my
something
beer.
later. Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just out of
He
line.
should, yeah, he could have just said like what he said from the chair after he slapped him. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
all. And honestly, like Chris Rock is a fucking G. Like he took that shit. He didn't react, which I respect the hell out of. Like
Yeah.
I worked
Same.
really hard for the last like 15, 16, 17 years of my life to not be somebody who reacts like that, like how I
Yeah.
would have, like if he would have got like young me, like that would have been a quick slap back. I probably would have blocked that shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm good at that. I don't know. Somehow, like I don't know if you remember that one fight I got into where like she went to punch me and I caught it. Like it was pretty crazy. I was like, what the fuck? Oh shit. You know, like
Got it.
I was like, wow, I'm a fucking ninja. But but he kept going, and you know, he could have just like at that point, like he's better than me, because if I know I got you and you just fucking pissed me off, like I'm coming hotter. Like yeah, you think you fucking crying right now, like you just gave me a whole bunch of fucking motivation to say some more shit, you know?
Yep, exactly.
And Chris Rock kind of like hinted that, where he's like, oh, I could, like he, you know,
he did.
Say it. I was like,
run that shit.
Do it. You're not down.
Hercules.
Shit. But and to take a slap like that.
Yeah. But did you see the way he slapped? I was like, why does he look like a bitch when he slapped? He's like his other hand went like.
I just think he saw red. Like I think, like I said, it's not I don't think it was that. It was just the last straw for him at this point. Like he's had it.
He had it with me.
He had it. he fucking had it. He was done. He was done.
Yeah.
He was done. Like he's human. And yeah, there is that. Like I talked to Jimmy and he's like, I think that shit was 1000% staged. Like the Oscars has been losing fucking, you know, like ratings. People aren't watching that shit the way that they used to, you know. So totally a possibility, but I don't think it was staged, but it could
just because of the way Will was screaming, the like keep your name, like or keep my wife's name, like the way his face looked was very emotional. And
it looked
he almost
real.
looked like he wanted to cry.
He did look like he wanted to cry.
Was saying, and I was like, oh, like
yeah.
I think he had realized what had happened.
I think he realized I've just fucked up.
Yeah,
but he was.
But then, oh my God, don't even get me started on his fucking speech, bro. Like,
I didn't watch his speech.
God.
I didn't watch it. I'm surprised they still gave him an Oscar, honestly, because they take shit away from people for less, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah,
know?
they
So,
do.
like, I don't know.
I want to get out some shout outs right here. We got a couple more people coming in. We got It's Clifton, aka Aldous Clifton at the house.
Aldous.
We got McClendon, some guy, Young Jalop, always
Young
running
Jalop.
these comments. What's
Yep.
up, boys?
What is cracking? We're happy to see you. Young Jalop always in here acting a fool.
Yes.
He says he would have slapped the shit out of Will. Young Jalop, don't play that shit.
So stupid.
So dumb. Yeah. Well, we chimed in. We gave our 2 cents. That's just how we feel about
I
it.
just had to get that out. I know everyone's tired of hearing about it, but
With the men in these comments, because I don't see no women in these comments.
ever.
I'm disappointed in you ladies. What? You're not our sisters,
shame.
right?
What a shame.
We're doing this for you mostly.
Sisters
But-
for misters.
That's right. Would you guys have slapped Chris Rock for making fun of me?
No, I would have fucking laughed. I'd be like,
yeah, I'd have been laughing too, probably. I don't know. I've never had a serious thing of mine really made fun of. Well, yeah, I have actually. Yeah,
but
I
he
have.
wasn't making fun of it for like he wasn't. That's the thing is he wasn't making fun of her alopecia.
Didn't she do a G.I. Jane before?
I don't know. I know that it was Demi Moore.
I knew Demi Moore.
I don't know what she did.
Let's see. I'm gonna look it up because
It wasn't about her alopecia. It was just about her shaved head. That's all it was about. And people are acting like alopecia is like fucking cancer. Like he made fun of her for having like leukemia or some shit.
yeah. Well, it is something that like I feel like I don't know the stats, but I know like a lot of Black women suffer from it, right? And it
A lot of people in
sucks.
general.
Yeah, a lot of people in general. So but like, you know, just the damage from the pulling of the hair
Mhm.
and so like I get how it's like a sensitive thing on that
Of
end,
course.
you know, but like not enough to go and fucking slap him on TV like that. Like
I
that's
mean,
out
it
of
would have been
control.
one thing if he was like, "Oh, why you got spots? What's it from your head?" Like, okay, that's
Yeah.
one thing. No, he was just
Yeah.
commenting on the fact that she had a shaved head. That is
Right.
it. People are
Yeah.
trying to make it something that it's not, and it's so fucking annoying.
Well, and
Over
you're
it.
Jada Pinkett Smith. You
how are you gonna
are
defend someone that's for
beautiful
the
with a
streets?
fucking
Just
bald
kidding.
head. Like you're stupid. She's just fucking.
I'm on
She's-
one. So-
You are. I'm like, she's so beautiful, even with a bald head, and you're all that bitch is for the streets.
I like how you can defend a bitch who's for the streets, like who embarrassed you multiple times, bro. Like,
Yeah, but you say that because you're one of those people who's like,
no.
you fucking will not put up with, like, you get real fucking that attitude. Like, if a guy, he don't even have to like betray you. He just has to like just lose a little bit of, he's not as consistent one day and you're all,
Yeah,
fuck
no.
him, he's for the streets.
Mm-mm.
Like, fuck
Yeah,
you.
no.
Like, okay,
Bye.
bitch, I
Bye.
see you, I'm an active fool now. Like, that's how she is. So like, so of course you don't have no respect for what happened with that, because
I
that's
don't.
like way too far for you.
I don't know, way too far.
Yeah. Yeah. So like if you're like a guy and you're hitting her up, Sonia up like consistently for a couple of weeks and shit, and then one day, no, right? Like you just don't, for whatever reason. You can have a really good reason. She don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck. She's like, oh, okay. Okay.
Well, you could have told
You
me your
gonna go
grandmother
switch on
died.
me? Yeah.
Okay.
You gonna switch on me? She's like, no, not into it. Not into it. Fuck you. That's how Sonia is. So she would never tolerate an entanglement of any kind.
Ever. Fuck
Ever.
no. I don't even tolerate theirs.
Yeah, she's not
I'm
even
like, fuck
tolerating
that
somebody
bitch.
else's entanglement. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true. And you shouldn't. Nobody should. Except we also are speaking as two people who haven't been married for 25 years. So, although I do know a few people who've been married for that long that have no entanglements.
Right.
So,
And she has multiple.
Yeah.
multiple. It wasn't just
Well,
one
I mean,
with a
he
little
wasn't an angel
20-year-old.
either.
No, and I agree with that. But
So,
like,
just
he didn't
saying.
put her out there like that, like she did with him.
I think women in general are just more forthcoming than they should be with private fucking business.
Mhm.
I
That's
think
true.
I think women just be laying shit bare that they don't need to be laying shit bare. You know, like,
Yeah.
can we collectively as women stop telling our man's business to the world?
Right?
uh
Don't be airing out your dirty laundry.
I mean, if you're gonna talk to somebody about it, talk to like somebody about it, but like not everybody. And
Yeah.
don't do it publicly. That shit is messy. I don't
Look
love it.
Look at what some guy is saying.
Eva
Cough, cough.
Mendes,
Margot Robbie, cough, Eva Mendes.
they do that?
What?
Some
Like
guy?
he's saying who Will Smith has stepped out on Jada with.
Oh, he hooked up with both of them?
I heard Margot for sure. I don't know about
He
Eva.
hooked up with Margot Robbie?
That's what I've heard after the August Alsina thing.
She's a fucking hottie. I would hook up
Right?
with
I
Margot
would hook up
Robbie.
with her.
I would hook up with Margot Robbie and Eva Mendes 1000%.
I would totally switch sides.
I would switch sides for them as well. Salma Hayek was always mine as well.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, Salma Hayek in what is it, From Dusk Till Dawn? I would go full lesbian real fucking quick.
Or Rosalind
1000%.
Sanchez from Rush Hour.
Rosalind Sanchez from Rush Hour. Absolutely. We have a type. I think we have a type.
We have a type. We definitely have a type.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Yep, I would. Full carpet munch. Totally. I would do it.
Oh, 100%.
1000%. I'd get in there.
Yeah.
What's
up, Daddy Goods?
Aldous said that they're gonna do a Red Table talk about it.
Yeah, I bet they will.
Oh, he talked about Margot Robbie on the Red Table? I'm learning shit right now. What? Was Margot Robbie, like, did she consent to him giving their business like this too?
I don't know.
I don't know. If it's too many people just fucking gossip. I'm tired of it. I should not know about anybody's business but my own. Oh. I've had it. I'm gonna go slap Chris Rock.
I've had it.
I've had it. Yeah, we just need to break the fucking red table.
Break the
that
camera.
table needs to go. It's caused way too many problems.
Literally.
More damage than healing, for sure.
100%.
And you know what's crazy is, like, I deleted Facebook for like a solid 5 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I only went back on it, A, to get pictures of my kids off of it, and B, so that I could watch Red Table Talk, because they were only airing it on Facebook TV, right? And I thought it was really good, but, like, I don't know. It's just, it's good, but it causes damage. Like, people, they're just too, like, Raw is good, but Raw is also really bad. So
yeah, I agree with that.
That's just how I feel about it. Yeah.
Well,
that's a fact. Tupac got Will fucked up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody will ever be Tupac.
No, ever.
Yeah, I'm still in love with Tupac. So
same. I still want him to be my baby daddy.
Yeah.
I'm still holding on to hope he's still alive.
I'll get my tubes untied for Tupac. Real quick. Mm-hmm. Okay. What's next on the docket?
Good question. Did you have anything you wanted to say today?
Well, I wanted to discuss threesomes.
Okay. Let's do it.
Just, some stuff got brought to my attention today that I just became super curious about.
Okay.
Some guy, I do have Tupac socks. I
do
love my Tupac
I.
socks. And I tie his little like bandana and it's so cute.
I have those too.
If I had a picture, I would air it right here so you guys could see how gangster they are. Threesomes. Let's talk about them. Have you ever had one?
Yes, I've had multiple.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I am in shock. I feel
I don't be telling people that. But
yeah,
here we
well,
are.
here we are. This is our red table, I guess. I've had one.
Mm-hmm.
So, were yours 2 girl, 1 guy? 2 guy, 1 girl?
1, 2. Two of them were 2 girl, 1 guy. Another one was like 2 couples and me.
So it was like an orgy?
Pretty much. At that point, I guess it would be.
I've never had that.
At that number.
Damn, bitch. You know what? We have some talking to do. This is fucking bullshit that I'm finding it out on the fucking podcast.
Sorry.
Bitch. God, I feel like inadequate right now. Like I feel like I don't know. Well, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm jealous. Okay, so
Wow.
I've only had 1 threesome in my life, no orgies. Mine was 2 girl, 1 guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always curious how a 2 guy, 1 girl would work.
Me too. Like Eiffel Tower and shit.
I was always curious how I would feel about it, how that would even go down, because like, first of all, there's not a lot of men who are like willing to do 2 guy, 1 girl.
Right. I agree
That's
with
just
that.
like very, very rare, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like men are very weird about their sexuality.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think having a threesome with another woman and a guy makes me a lesbian.
Right.
But I think that a guy thinks that if he had a threesome with another guy and
He's
a chick, he's gay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, that's not what that means at all. Like,
yeah.
And I hear it's only gay if you make eye contact.
Yeah. Just don't look at each other.
So just don't look each other in the eyes and you're good.
Focus on me.
Yeah. If you're going to have balls in your hands, like look at the wall or something,
right?
You know, then you're not gay.
I won't make you guys kiss, I promise.
That'd be kind of hot to do like
kiss
a 3-way one, though.
I know that would be hot. I love 3-way kisses.
That would be hot.
They're so hot.
But I asked some questions today to a few people, and I was like, "Is this something you would be into?" And one of them said, like, yeah, they might be down for something like that, but like obviously if like you're married or in a relationship, like you would have to be really secure in those relationships in order to be inviting somebody else into your like intimate space, right? 1000%. I would never think that someone who wasn't 100% in that place should even play like that, like ever.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
And there was mixed responses that I got regarding, like, there's men who say they would never do that with their wife or their girlfriend, that they'd only do that with a chick that they didn't give a fuck about. Right? And then there's men who would totally do that with their wife or their girlfriend because they're like into that. They're like, there's people who are more like, what's the word I'm looking for? More like sexually like open to shit, right? Like it's something that that like turns them on. Like there's like couples who are swingers, right? Like they're into sharing partners and it doesn't like compromise their marriage, like it turns them on to see their significant other like enjoying themselves. Like there's people who pay to have like, hey, yeah, come fuck my wife in front of me. Like, what is that, like a cuckold or something? Like I don't know what the word for that is. Something like that. Like there's people who are into that shit, women who are into seeing their man be with another woman, there's all kinds of different, like, I don't want to call you a sexual deviance, but like, and so I was just curious as to like what people, Will Smith, I guess this whole fucking episode is about with Will Smith. We should have called it like Red Table Talk or some shit.
Right.
So I thought I'd take advantage of the fact that our audience is mostly male.
Yes.
To ask y'all motherfuckers what you think.
Yes, let us know.
Let us
Hussam
know.
did respond. Go up to Hussam.
What did Hussam say?
His response was funny.
This?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not jerking him off and I'm not gazing into his pretty eyes either. Well, okay, so I haven't seen a whole lot of porn where it's 2 guys, 1 girl. I feel like I should probably look for something like that. I'm kind of curious. I don't want to look at it on my laptop because my kids sometimes access my laptop and I just don't want them to like accidentally stumble upon my search or something,
Just do it on your phone.
I should, huh? I should get like Pornhub on my phone and check it out.
I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah, let's do that. Just to see how that would work. Like, if, like, is she getting like fucked and blowing at the same time? I feel like that could be like dangerous.
And it's too much.
Yeah. I'm really curious as to what that would look like.
Like I can get like penetrated and maybe like jack off at the same time, but like I don't think I would really enjoy getting like double penetration. Like, sorry guys, I just don't think that would be enjoyable for me.
In one end and the other.
Yeah, no, like that would be like painful. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be able to focus on like what I'm doing.
I feel like it's hard to focus when you're even like 69ing.
Yeah.
Like that's really hard to focus too.
You're right. That is hard to focus.
And like it's typically not a good angle for fellatio.
Yeah.
Like I like to be not this way, but like this way, like looking up at you kind of a deal. Like not, like it's just a weird angle.
Yeah,
so,
you're right. Like down,
you're
like looking at the bed,
like right, or like looking at their legs. Like I don't know, it's just weird. Yeah. And like usually the way that it points when it's erect is like not a comfortable direction for
being upside down.
The mouth. Yeah, it's just it's a weird position. I don't love it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not my favorite thing to do.
It's not my favorite either.
And so, yeah. So I don't know who like enjoys that position. Like I want to know who enjoys 69ing. Yeah, like I saw it on a movie once where like this chick says like, oh, that's just something you do when you're 17 and you're trying to cram everything all in a really fast session. Like not me. When I was 17 and like boning down, it was like you didn't take off your clothes. You just pulled your pants down to your knees because you had to like hurry up and get it in before someone walked in on you or caught you,
Yeah.
I don't know if that was everybody's experience at 17.
Yeah. Pull your skirt up. just sit there.
Yeah.
bounce on
Yeah.
it, you know. Yeah.
Whatever you to do with as
Whatever
many
you could do.
clothes as possible so that
Yeah.
you're not like fully naked and
Yeah.
plus at that age too you're like still kind of developing and like it's just weird. It's an awkward
Yeah.
thing.
You're like, oh, like, don't see me naked.
Yeah, like, oh my god.
You just saw my boobs.
Yeah, like you just saw my nipples even though you're like balls deep in me. Like
Yeah,
freaking
yeah.
weird.
It's so
Yeah.
weird.
It is weird. It's a weird thing. I wonder how boys feel about that kind of stuff at that age.
I know.
Let us know, guys. How
guys,
did you
like-
feel about being seen naked as a teenager engaging in sexual activities?
Was it weird to have someone like touch your pee-pee for the first time? It was weird to have someone touch mine.
Yeah, 1000%. That shit hurt so bad.
I'm like,
That hurt so bad. I remember the first time like a finger went in there. That shit fucking hurt like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that was not comfortable at all.
It was not a fun
You're
time
like,
for me.
Ow.
Like you have to like pretend you enjoy it, but like
Yeah.
you don't. You don't
You're like-
enjoy it at all.
You're jabbing me, bruh.
Yeah. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. It was super
Keith said
awkward.
he'll let us know how it feels to be touched, to have his pee-pee touched for the first
You
time.
haven't had your pee-pee touched yet?
Oh, Keith.
Oh. I'm sorry. Lo siento.
Is he married? He's married. He's just joshing
Keith
with
is
us.
married. He's joshing with us for sure. They got real quiet when we started talking about this. If you guys don't want to talk
Mhm.
about your experiences of being a teenager and this is real brick. Don't pay attention to how it moves. It's
Very
I'm in a loft.
fancy.
yeah. Yeah, no, so I got mixed responses. I got responses from men saying absolutely not down. That's not something you do with someone you love.
Mhm.
And then I've had someone say like, yeah, no, totally into it. Like one day I hope we are in that space where like that's something we could do together and like
Mhm.
enjoy,
Yeah.
I don't know.
For
What do you
me,
think?
as a single person, I'm like, yeah, like fuck it, YOLO, like I was on lockdown for so long, like I'll do whatever at this point. Well, not whatever, okay? Don't get your little mind going.
Yeah.
But as a person that was like in a relationship, like I am not willing to share my man. Like I will not do it with someone. Like if I'm in a relationship, like you are not touching him because I'm crazy. That is
Yeah.
not happening. Like my man is mine.
Yeah,
I'm not sharing that.
totally. I feel like I'm also that.
Yeah.
But I've also not been in a relationship longer than like 8 years. So I'm like,
Mhm.
how will I feel at like 20 years in?
Yeah.
Will I be like, will somebody else come fuck him so I don't have to? Or like, no, no, that's not. I'm just kidding.
No.
I don't know if I'd be like, hey, like if we could do something like adventurous. Like I'm not like, what's the word? I like to try things and do, like I think
Experimental.
yeah, I think now at like 30 in my 30s, right? Like the older you get as a woman, the more like comfortable you become in your like sexuality and like growing up as a woman, you're kind of like shamed and like taught to not enjoy it and like you're not supposed to just do that with anybody. You're supposed to get married and then that's when you do it. And like especially us growing up like Catholic Mexicans, right? Like
Mhm.
you don't have sex until you're married and you only have sex with your husband and whenever he wants. And you need to make sure he enjoys it with you and blah, 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 blah. Right.
Mhm.
And while I think that there is some truth to what these women say, like you have to have, like keep your man happy and all these things, I don't think that that's my responsibility. I think
Mhm.
it's his responsibility to like be happy with where he's at and like do the things like talk to me, like let's what makes you happy, what do you enjoy, what can we do together that we're both comfortable with, that
Mhm.
we'll both enjoy, kind of a deal. Um where was I going with this? Oh yeah. So
Your little
um
ramble.
my little ramble, I do that. I'm like squirrel. Um so but like because you're taught that and like conditioned that way, and then you start to get older and you start to like become like really secure with who you are as a person. You're not like ashamed to be like a sexual being anymore.
Mhm.
And like, yeah, I'm supposed to fucking enjoy this too, like this is bullshit. Like the older I get, the more like, yeah, I'm down to do that. Like I would have never had a threesome in my 20s.
Same.
I did in my 30s though.
Mhm.
I was like, fuck yeah, I'm down. Like,
Mhm.
you
That's so
know,
true.
right? And so, but then like one guy I talked to earlier, I will not say his name, I will not out him. Um, is like, yeah, maybe in my 20s I would have been down for that, but not in my 30s. Like it's like an
Interesting.
opposite thing, which I thought that
Mhm.
was interesting.
Yeah. It's like they're more ready to settle down when they're older and like they want to do
Right.
all their
And
experimenting when they were
right.
younger. I see
Right.
that side too. I think for me, I was like in a long relationship. So it's like I was never going to do it in my 20s regardless. So I never really
Right.
saw myself doing it. And now that I'm like out of it, now I can like open up and like experiment with what and who I want to experiment.
Explore,
Yeah.
right.
But in like a relationship, I just don't see myself ever being like okay with like sharing my man. Like I
Yeah,
said,
I've
that's
never been
mine.
in a place where I've wanted to either, like,
Mm-hmm.
because if I'm with you, it's because I want to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
And like, sorry, my child came in to get her iPad.
They're
um,
ruining your wall.
they're so like fucking busting me out right now. Like, what the fuck? Like this here too, that's from Loki trying to climb that
Mm.
shit. Anyways, but I think I'm the same. Like I don't like to share. Like if I'm even dating you and we're not in a relationship, like
Mm-hmm.
don't let me find out you're fucking other people.
Same. Oh my god.
Don't let me find out.
Same.
Like
I'm so
be
like
really good at hiding that shit
I'm
because I will stop.
I'm pretty territorial like
Like
that.
yeah, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And
What's mine
it's
is
not like
mine.
an insecure thing. Like,
No.
first
Has
of all,
nothing
I'm
to
a
do with that.
hypochondriac. Like, if I have sex with you, I'm like, I don't want to risk catching something from other people or you. And
Yeah.
like, don't make me stress about shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to stress about that. Like, I've never had an STD. I hope to keep it that way. Like, that shit freaks me out. Like,
Yeah.
that's one of those things that is on like why I don't like to share, but also like because I'm I don't like to have sex with people I don't like care about on some level.
Mm-hmm.
And like cuz I feel like it's so much better when you have like at least a mutual respect or you care for them. Um and like I'm going to be more down to be like open and trying things and doing shit and like all those things if I care about you, trust you, like know that you respect me, all these things. It's just going to be a better experience for me and everybody involved.
Mm-hmm.
If and I'm not going to get that from you if I know you're just fucking slanging dick. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah.
going to get that side of me. Like
Yeah.
I'll be
No.
really reserved if I
Same.
even have to like question it,
Mm-hmm.
you
Same.
know?
Like I will no
So,
longer like be considering you in that way either. Like
yeah.
no.
Just like I feel like dudes do with women. Like
Mm-hmm.
Like men are really territorial as well. Like
Yeah.
they would not be okay if they're like dating me, but I'm also like fucking this guy over here.
Right.
You would not be okay with that. You wouldn't
Right.
talk to me still.
Yeah.
Like,
You'd be like,
and
oh,
don't
she's for
sit
the
here and
streets.
pretend you would be okay with that, because I know you fucking wouldn't. Like anybody, like any
Yeah.
guy I've ever met in my life, my brothers, like anyone, you know,
Yeah.
we're just not like that. So I don't know. That's just
Yeah. It's
how
like
I
a
feel about it.
primate instinct. Like,
Yeah. And I know like there's this conversation about how like monogamy is a social construct. And like maybe like maybe it is, but like I'm here for it. Like that's one of
yeah.
those things I am on board
Yeah.
with. Like we're not animals, like we are, but we're not. Like
Mm-hmm.
you don't need a harem. I'm not like one of your fucking, you know, many fucking we're not like competing for survival at this point. Like
Yeah.
human beings are dominating the planet. Like that's not like a necessary thing the way it is with other animals.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the way that society is set up, like it's easier to succeed when you're like tag teaming life with someone versus
Yeah.
doing it single. So like there are a lot of benefits to it, like not just not getting diseases,
Yeah.
but you know,
Yeah.
the other stuff.
Yeah. Very
So.
true.
That's just
Very true.
that came up. Had to speak
Interesting.
on it. Had to speak on it.
It's a good topic.
It is a good topic. I
It
think
gets the wheels going a little bit.
Well, I mean, and then people have to like think about it. Like, are you okay? Like, is that something you would be willing to do in a relationship or not in a relationship? Like, are you someone who is possessive? Are you someone who's like more into monogamy? Like I don't know that couples really discuss it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think they think about it, and I don't really think a whole lot of them discuss it. And if they do think about it, I don't think they're sharing that thought with each other, because I think like if my dude and I'm with you for whatever, and then all of a sudden you're like, what do you think about threesomes? I'm gonna be like, what the fuck are you asking me that?
Like what? Yeah.
You
Why?
interested in a threesome?
Mm-hmm.
What, you're not enjoying yourself over here? You
Yeah.
know, like,
and am I not
get
enough?
all crazy? Yeah. You over this pussy? Like, what's
Mhm.
up? Like,
Let me know.
Yeah. I think it's like a hard topic to bring up.
You should bring it on like up on early in the early stages, like
Yeah.
when you're like first starting to talk.
There's a lot of things that you should talk about in the early stages that a lot of people don't talk about in the early stages.
Yeah.
Like you should be asking the questions that are hard, because I think you both save yourself time and energy by knowing, like filtering out the people that like really on like fundamental levels, you know it's not going to work out.
Yeah.
Like the hard questions have to come early.
Yeah,
you are
for
so
sure.
unprofessional, bitch.
Did you hear that? I was like,
yes.
Sorry, my watch was over there on the charger.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people don't ask the hard stuff in the beginning because they're still just trying to be liked versus figuring out whether or not they like that person.
Makes sense.
You know?
Interesting. Hassam has a good question.
What did he say? If monogamy was a social construct, then how come it feels like instinct to most? Because I think that it has been the way for a really, really fucking long time, and we've seen it modeled time and time and time and time again. So like we are conditioned to go for that. Like that's what I think.
Yeah. Also, like it could be like a spiritual thing, like the soulmates. Like if you're into like spirituality, like the soulmate connections and the twin flame connections, like those kinds of things too, could just be like our instinct, or I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like we have multiple soulmates though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we do. In friend form, like
form.
lover form,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
things like that for sure. Multiple
Yeah.
levels.
So I don't know. There's that.
Yeah.
Anything else, Hassam? Any other
Questions for the panel?
that you need
Just kidding.
answers?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know. That's really all I had today.
Me too. I don't think anything else. I was just very passionate.
I know you've
All
been
I
like
had to say.
in my DMs with
all the
your
memes.
bullshit. You're like all fucking
I'm like, fuck him.
You're not
Out
a
of
Will
line.
Smith fan anymore.
No, it was just out of line. I don't know. It was like childish. Like, I didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, he's
And
a
I love
human
Chris
being.
Rock. We all make mistakes. I get it. But like his apology was fucking weak. You know, that was written by his legal team. Like, you should have apologized to him when you apologized to the Academy. Like, you apologized to the Academy that, like, right after,
And
but
not
during your
him.
speech, but not him.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been more sincere if you would have said to the Academy and to Chris Rock that night. Then I would have been like, all right. But no, you were crying because you know what you did and you don't want them to take your fucking trophy away. Like a little boy. Sorry.
Actions and consequences.
Yeah, we all have them.
I mean,
You reap what you sow.
both of them. Like,
Yeah.
Chris Rock said some shit, consequence. Will Smith did some shit, consequence. Like,
Yeah.
it's what it is. Play stupid games,
Win stupid prizes.
So that's how that goes. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the coming days if they take his Oscar away.
Yeah. They're like, it's under review. They're like, review for what? There was like a meme. So like, what review for what? 100 million people saw it on live TV.
I know. There's like replay after replay after replay after meme
like,
after meme. Like,
what do you need to review? It happened.
That Kevin Hart one was so funny. You just got slapped
in front of my friends.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that one. That was
so good.
Funny.
So fucking funny.
I saw a Dragon Ball Z one where it was like Goku against like Cell. It was so funny.
The Dave Chappelle, Rick James one.
Oh yeah, that one's a good one.
Say to the face.
Slap. There's so many.
So good.
Ooh, good question, Keith.
Do I think he would have slapped a white comic? Yes.
Interesting.
But someone said, do you think he would have slapped The Rock if The Rock was hosting and said
Fuck no.
Shit? Absolutely not.
Fuck no.
Never.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on what white comic. I don't think he would have slapped any black comic either. I think if it was a different one, maybe not.
Like Terry Crews.
No, like who do I think I don't think he would have slapped Dave Chappelle. Like, I don't think he would have slapped Dave Chappelle if Dave Chappelle said some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, in summation, Will Smith is bitch made for that move. Thank you.
I don't have as strong of a feeling as she does. I think he could have done without the slapping.
Use a hoe. Oh, use a hoe. Oh.
She's frozen with her hand up like this. Okay. Well, that was good. I think you guys got enough information from us.
Yeah. Chris Rock was the right height and the right weight.
Yeah, true. And, you know, he's the kind of guy who didn't slap back.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he knew that he wouldn't. Yeah. Like, I just don't think that that's in his character.
Right. I agree.
So, but nobody thought Will Smith would do that either.
He's not.
Yeah, he would not have hit Eddie Murphy, Charlie Murphy. He wouldn't have hit Dave Chappelle. That's what I'm saying. I think it was because it was Chris Rock.
Well,
we'll never know. We'll never know.
The world must go on.
Carry on. Okay, well, we have enjoyed having this conversation with y'all. We hope that you enjoyed listening and engaging. For those of you who did, we appreciate the fuck out of you. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks.
Yes.
With another episode of your favorite female led podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't liked the video, come on now. What the fuck? You know what to do. Don't act brand new. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes, guys. Thank you so much for joining. And as always, we love you guys all so much. You could be doing anything else tonight, but you're here with us. You can be listening to anyone else. You're listening to us. And we appreciate you. And we love you. And have a good night.
Follow us on Instagram at bitch. Guess what?
Guess what?
Okay. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.